Nestled among the images and statues of the Virgin of Guadalupe sits Jesus Malverde. Not your typical saint, he is commonly known as the Generous Bandit, and at this Botanica in Queens, New York, items featuring Malverde are a hot seller.
De 5 años para acá,
in the last 5 years, we have really seen a growing devotion to this saint. I think it spreads word of mouth how miraculous he is, and people come in daily to buy this saint.
Details of the life of this bandit turned folk hero are sketchy at best. Legend has it that Malverde was a Robin Hood-type figure who stole from the rich to give to the poor. In 1909, he was supposedly captured by the authorities and put to death. Since then, the story of his outlaw life has gone on to inspire thousands of Mexicans on both sides of the border. So much so that Malverde has been dubbed the Narco Saint, or the patron saint of drug traffickers.
Like any other saint, I think people just really have faith in him. They ask for help and protection just like they would ask of any other saint.
Interestingly, Jesus Malverde is not recognized as a saint by the Catholic Church, but that has not dissuaded his faithful devotees from building chapels and shrines in his honor. According to Professor Andrew Chestnut, who has written extensively about the cult surrounding Jesus Malverde and Mexico's other popular folk saint, the skeletal virgin Santa Muerte, or Saint Death, it is precisely this disassociation from the church that is part of the appeal.
You can ask them for petitions and miracles that are not of a Christian nature. So if a particular narco is looking for his shipment of, let's say, crystal meth to safely arrive in New York or Houston or Atlanta or wherever it's bound, he can ask Malverde or Santa Muerte for that.
In fact, the icon of Jesus Malverde has become so closely associated with the drug trade across the Mexican-U.S. border that law enforcement officials increasingly say that they immediately suspect illegal drug activity when a likeness of Malverde is found during raids and arrests.
I've seen recently in the state of New Mexico that a judge has allowed paraphernalia related to Jesus Malverde as admissible evidence in drug-related cases, and I think it's the case in certain cities and towns in Texas.
But to his millions of followers, Jesus Malverde is more than just a narco saint. To them, he is the defender and protector of the poor, and they faithfully pray to him for all sorts of miracles, from healings to personal blessings. Salvador Horiuchi, co-owner of this Botanica, explains that from $1 prayer cards to statues that can run up to $200, lately he's been selling out of Malverde-related paraphernalia, proof that the legend of this so-called narco saint has been able to reach beyond the borders of Mexico and settle in such faraway places as New York City. Maria Santana, CNN, New York.